We're here in Hazleton today on a nice snowy day to show off a system we recently installed. It's a nice new system that combines a central heat pump with some ductless heat pumps. Let's go check it out.
We moved here in 2007, moved up in the heights here. It's nice and quiet up here. We didn't have no HVAC system in here. We actually, I called Jay from Creative Comfort and I wanted some input on putting an HVAC system in.
We chose this home today to show off a new system that we're installing. It solves a common problem in our area. That is two-story homes that were built without ductwork. In the past, you would have to do two complete independent central systems, one in the basement to do the first floor, one in the attic to do the second floor. That could be quite costly. The new technology from Carrier, we're able to do a central system for the second floor combined with a few wall-mounted units like this one here for the first floor and the basement, and we can put them all on one efficient outdoor unit. It saves on installation costs, and you get the same high efficiency that you get from the mini split wall units. The system also qualifies for the $2,000 federal tax credit.
Well, first of all, it's easier having air conditioner in with the ductless systems and putting air conditioners in all the windows. That's a plus. Yeah, also have the heat with the air conditioner. It saves you so much electricity by going through the ductless units than baseboards. With these ductless systems, you don't hear nothing, and they're just as cool. You could thermostat them wherever you want them. So you could keep the downstairs at one temperature, upstairs at another temperature, or where the bedroom's at one temperature, where the downstairs where Ty's room is, where the other mini split is. You don't have to keep them all at the same temperature. They teach you, they take you and walk you through the thermostat upstairs, and then they walk you through all the controllers. Very easy to use. I turned everything over to Creative Comfort, and they did a beautiful job. I mean, within a day, they were done, and I got 4 or 5 people already to go to Creative Comfort. Wonderful, very professional. I should have did 30 years ago.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you have a home like this that you thought might be problematic or difficult to add high efficiency heating or cooling to, give us a call, see if we can help you out. Thank you.